Wolliver, and today is Mrs. Wolliver Day. Are you ready for a story? My story today is called The Adventures of Holli Hippo in Louie, written by Mrs. Wolliver and illustrated by my daughter Cassie and Mrs. Wolliver. Now today's story features a character named Louie. I named Louie after my nephew, Louie. When I wrote this story, he was this old, which is not very old. And now he lives in heaven with Patty and Louie, my mom and dad. Back to the story. This is Louie the lion. Louie lives next door to Holli. He is Holli's neighbor. He's mean to everyone. Well, at least they say he's mean. One day, Holli was playing with her bow and arrow in her backyard. As soon as she let go of her last arrow, it soared over the fence right into Louie's backyard. Uh-oh, said Holli. Look what I did. Holli ran into her house, turned on her favorite video, and sat down on the couch. Holli, is that you? Asked her mom. What's the matter? I accidentally shot my arrow over the fence, said Holli, and it accidentally went into Louie's backyard. Well, Mom said, go get it. It's not that easy, Mom. Holli stuttered. Louie's mean. Holli, snapped Mom, how can you say a thing like that? You don't even know him. All the kids say he's mean, Mom, said Holli, so it must be true. Well, Mom made Holli march right next door and ring Louie's cave bell. Holli's knees started shaking. After no one answered, she turned to go back home when she heard Louie's door open. Squeak! What do you want? Asked a grumpy old voice from the door. Louie? Is that you? Asked Holli. Mr. Long to you, you young whippersnapper, said Louie. Now what do you want? Well, Mr. Long, started Holli, I was playing with my bow and arrow in my backyard, sir, when all of a sudden an arrow soared over the fence, right into your backyard. Don't shout at me, whimpered Louie. I have a headache. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Long, whispered Holli. Do you want me to get you an aspirin? No, that's okay, sighed Louie. Aspirin doesn't work for me. Louie invited Holli inside his cave. They sat down on the couch and just looked at each other. You can call me Louie, he said. You can call me Holli, she said, filled with joy. Have you ever had your eyes checked? Wondered Holli. Checked? For what? Asked Louie. Well, maybe you need glasses, suggested Holli. Well, I used to wear glasses a long time ago, but I lost them, said Louie. Do you think that's why I always have a headache? Well, I'm going to the eye doctor tomorrow for my yearly checkup, she said. Would you like to come with me? Sure, that would be great, said Louie. Okay, said Holli. I'll pick you up in the morning. So the next morning, Holli and Louie went to see Dr. Duck, Holli's eye doctor. And guess what? Louie needed glasses. That's why his head hurt so bad all the time. Holli was right. Louie and Holli became great friends. Louie was no longer mean to anyone in the jungle. Everyone came over to play with him, even Freddie. Now, there's kind of two little stories in this story, okay? There's a story about thinking that Louie was mean just because everyone else said he was. That's not a good way to figure out if someone's mean or anything. You got to figure it out by yourself. You need to go to them, become their friend, tell them to be nice. Okay, another thing is having your eyes checked, but mostly wearing your glasses when you need to. I know some kids, they're supposed to wear glasses and they don't in the classroom, or maybe they leave them at home. Make sure you're wearing your glasses, because if you need them, you need to be wearing them. Are you ready to draw? We're going to draw in the apple direction, the apple direction, the apple direction. We'll put our paper in the apple direction, and we'll be ready to draw with you. With who? With you. Okay. I hope you're not sick of drawing Holli yet, because we're going to draw her one more time. This is the last time. Okay, I promise. We're going to put Holli up here. Okay, let's go ahead and draw her. Let's put that top puzzle piece like that. Her ears on top. Her ears. Okay. Next, her eyes. Whites of her eyes. And her pupils are going to be kind of looking down over here at Louie. Louie's going to be in the corner over here. Louie the lion. Right? 4 eyelashes on each eye. Okay. We're going to make her second puzzle piece, the nose. 2 bumps like that. Her large nostrils. Okay, you can wait to color them in, or you can do it now. Up to you. Okay, now her mouth. Down like this. Her lower lip, then again. And itchy nose. Okay. Tooth on here. Tooth on here. Long tooth on the bottom with a line down the middle. I didn't even look up for that. I just kept drawing. Hope you did too. By this time you should know how to draw her. Okay. We're going to put out of her top puzzle piece, we're making her body. Right under her mouth and to the other side. A lowercase e for her belly button. Okay, we're going to make her feet here. 3 bumps for her toenails. Her arms here beside her. 3 bumps for her fingernails. Okay, and on this side we're going to put her tail right over there. Okay, now we're going to draw Louie the lion. Okay, this is what I want you to do. We're going to draw his face about right here, because then we'll put his body. All right, we're going to put his face about right here. We're going to start like this. It's kind of an upside down Megan the Mouse, isn't it? Upside down Megan the Mouse. There it is. Okay. We're going to put his ears right here. His ears, just like that. His eyes looking up at Holli, with the pupils looking up at Holli. Okay, the whites of his eyes. Pupils looking up at Holli. And then we give him a few little 2 eyebrows. 1, 2 eyebrows, just to give him some personality. Okay, circle for a nose. Line straight down and a Mrs. Wolliver smile. There we go. Okay, now this is great because we've been practicing this shape this whole time, all these lessons. when we made jungle suns, we put the rays of the sun coming off. Well, guess what? We're going to put a jungle sun around Louie the lion's face. That's what we're going to do. There's a jungle sun right around his face for his mane. Not his mane. All right. Okay, now we're going to do a body a little bit different. We did this in our first grade drawings as well. But if you hadn't seen those, we'll do them here. We'll do it here. We're going to come out with a line right here, his back. Okay, and then we're going to come down like this. Okay, so there's his back, and then curve down like this. Now we're going to make this line into his back leg, his back foot, like that. And then we're going to come up like that to about right there. Okay, so you make like a sock, kind of, foot, and up his leg up like that. Okay, now what we want to do is we don't want to start up here to come across with his belly because he'd be too skinny. We don't want a skinny lion. So you want to come down to about right there and make his body to almost touching his face. Make that line almost touching his face, but not quite. Okay? Then we're going to make a front foot come down like that and go into his face. Okay. Now, we're going to make a shadow of a back leg here because he doesn't have just 2 legs. He has 4. So make the leg, a shadow of a leg, and then bring the foot around like that. So down and around like that. Okay? And then on the front, we just want to come like that and put a leg there. That didn't turn out that great, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm doing. Putting the front foot on. Okay? Now, on the back feet that we just drew, you're going to put 1 paw, but on the ones that are up front, you're going to put 2. Like that. Okay? All right? Then, we're going to do his tail. We're going to come up like this, out like this, up, kind of around a little bit, follow it, kind of like Megan the Mouse's tail that we did, maybe a little thicker than Megan the Mouse's tail, a little thicker. And then on the very end, we're going to put a piece of jungle grass or jungle sun right at the very end, because lions have a little puff at the end of their tail as well. It's pretty cool. Okay? All right, now we're going to work on that jungle grass again, right from Holli's area here. We're going to do this. Make your jungle grass horizon line behind Holli. There you go. There's your jungle grass. And then we're going to put some jungle weeds in every so once in a while. So down here, we're going to put a patch of jungle weeds. This, all it is, it's a patch of jungle grass. And then when you're done, you put a bottom on it like that. And that's a little piece of jungle weed down there like this. Okay? We can put another one on this side. There we go. And even if you want to put something up here, we can do that as well. There you go. Okay. And we have that sky to deal with. We're going to put a jungle sun in the sky over here. Okay. And I'm going to put my 2 clouds in the sky. Okay? And the reason why I put clouds in the sky, I may have told you this before, is just so they can stay white. So that's 2 less things I have to color blue in the sky. So that's pretty much why I do it. Okay? I hope that was fun, not too stressful. Look down at your paper and say, wow, I did a great job. Tell your neighbor or tell me, wow, you did a great job too. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a very nice day. Are we having fun now? Yes, we're having fun now. We're having a nice Mrs. Wolliver day. Learning to draw the Mrs. Wolliver way. Okay, by now you know how to color Holly. Louie is kind of over there. Okay, see how I kind of did the mane? I colored it yellow, all right? And then I kind of put streaks of brown, light brown and dark brown in it, so it looked like this hair is just kind of coming off like that. But you do whatever you want. You have a great time coloring. Try your best coloring. Make it look wonderful. And until next time, keep drawing.